Tonight, officials have confirmed the identities of the 7 people who died when a fishing boat sank off Gloucester. WBZ's Louisa Moeller's live for us in Gloucester tonight. Louisa, the community really being hit hard by this loss.
David, Lisa, this is the deadliest fishing tragedy to hit this community since the 1991 perfect storm sank the Andrea Gale, taking the lives of the 6 souls aboard her. The dangers of the sea are woven into Gloucester's history. And because of that, 2 seasoned fishermen told me that the captain of the Lily Jean, he was scrupulous. And the journey he embarked on last week, they say, was entirely typical for this time of year.
Accurcio Gus Sanfilippo, captain of the vessel. Paul Beal, Sr., a member of the crew. Paul Beal, Jr., a member of the crew.
Gloucester State Senator Bruce Tarr slowly listed the names of those lost in the sinking of the Lily Jean fishing vessel.
John Rusinitis, a member of the crew. Freeman Short, a member of the crew. Sean Terrian, a member of the crew. And Jada Samet, a NOAA fisheries observer.
His emotions tied not only to his political position, but to his friendship to Captain Gus Sanfilippo.
Is one of the people that I look to in this harbor.
Al Catone described Captain Gus's multi-generational fishing legacy.
If there was a fishing hall of fame, they would be in it. Gus's father and my father grew up together in Sicily. They fished there.
And all of the people at this news conference cautioned against speculation over what happened to the Lily Jean on a bitter January day.
40 to 60 miles is the standard winter fishing grounds. And winter means whatever winter brings you.
The Coast Guard was alerted to Lily Jean sinking when a beacon went off on the boat Friday. And a frigid search by the Coast Guard was called off with only 1 body recovered. The Lily Jean sunk in over 300 feet of water off the coast of Gloucester. Right now, Tar's saying it's unclear if she'll ever be brought to the surface. And as the investigation unfolds, a pile of flowers grows next to Gloucester's Fisherman's Memorial. For those who live this life, the pain will not go away soon.
When a fisherman's wife is worried, we're all worried, because we've all been there in some shape or form.
Now, a joint Coast Guard and National Transportation Safety Board investigation is continuing. Coming up at 6 o'clock, we spoke with a woman who is keenly aware of the risks of the fishing life, and we heard about her organization and how it helps the widows who are left behind from these tragedies. Live in Gloucester, Louisa Moeller, WBZ News.
Help so appreciated. Louisa, thank you.